Hello and welcome back to grade 10 Canadian history. So as you can see, we're going to start off where we left off on March 13th, which was the last time we saw each other. I know that I have to still give you guys your marks for your letters for some of you, and then also for your tests, which will be coming up momentarily. So I hope that you guys are logged into our D2L, which I think most of you were able to do so before we went on our March break. I'm hoping that all of you are safe, healthy, and happy. If you need anything at all, please feel free to email me. I'll leave my email in the announcements portion, and then you can email me and we can set up a time in which, if you need to talk, we can do so at that time to discuss your assignments with you. So I'm going to leave you in a self-learning mode. And what I've done is I've left to you the entire 1920s and 30s unit. We went through some of these topics already, where I did an intro to you and I gave you a brief understanding of what society and culture was like in the 1920s. We didn't get to do the stock market crash, nor did we really get to look at prohibition or the Winnipeg General Strike. As you can see in the 1920s unit, all of that is available to you. I'm going to let you to do your own self-learning there. What I would like you to do is focus most of your time on completing the 1920s and 30s creative task. Moving forward, each unit that we complete is going to have one summative task, and then you will have a final evaluation for this course. So what I've asked you to do here is I've asked you to go through and choose one topic from this selection over here, whether it be about prohibition, bootlegging, flappers, stock market crash, and innovation. And choose that topic, do some background research on it, and present it to me in a news article, a radio advertisement, or a skit that you would be recording and then sending back to me. Since we are all working individually, I suggest that we kind of take this option out of the skit. If you wanted to do a radio advertisement, you can go ahead and do that as well. Some of you have already started if you figure out a way to collaborate with one another. So whether that be through Google Slides or Docs, or you figure out a way to collaborate with one another, more than happy to have that happen. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know how your other courses are going, but we're going to have some staggered due dates. What I would like is that because we've already had a brief introduction to this assignment, I would like you to hand the assignment in to me on April 15th. Normally I give you about 5 days to work and give you 5 days notice for that, but what I'm going to be doing this time is giving you a couple days more. So by April 15th, if you could have that done, I'll put in the due date actually in my own calendar. And I'll let you do that for the whole day. Don't feel pressured to have the assignment completed. Always email me, let me know what's going on with you. And what is it that I'm looking for? I've listed here the success criteria that I'm looking for that will be evaluated, that I'll use to evaluate your assignment. Have you demonstrated an understanding of social, political, and economic context? Have you made a connection? So for example, when we talk about social, political, and economic context, what we're doing is we're looking to see if you're taking something like the Great Depression, or you're looking at something like the stock market crash, are you able to identify the social, political, and economic aspects of it? Is it created for the intended audience? So have you thought about the fact that you're supposed to be in the 1920s or in the 1930s, and have you demonstrated that in your assignment? Your ability to think critically about the topic. So it's not enough to just report what it is that you find, but I want to see your opinion on it. What do you think will happen next? What does the future hold for us? And all of those interesting things that can take place. Also, if you need to include for me a list of references, which would be in MLA format. If you're deciding to go with the option of a radio advertisement, I would tell you that probably one of the best things that you can do is upload to YouTube. With your school account, you're able to upload YouTube videos and have your own channel, so you'll be able to provide me with a link. If you want to create an MP4 file and email that to me, you can do that as well, but I'm not sure about the size configurations. For submission, I will allow for any type of submission to be made for me. The 3D model or diorama write-up, probably not a good idea because we won't be seeing each other. And if the skit, if you wanted to go through with it, there's something called a speak easy that you could try to do, kind of like a radio play if you wanted to in some ways. And then obviously the most easiest option would be the news article. But I'll leave those options up to you. Even if you wanted to, none of these feel comfortable to you, you wanted to try something different, or you're not in the right frame of mind in order to put together a news article or a report. If you wanted to do a PowerPoint or a website, I'm okay with that too. So really what I want is I want you to be able to meet these success criteria, and I'm not too picky about what type of assignment that you're going to do. So on April 15th, when your assignment is due, I know that for our writing perspective for our letter, we had said that I would say that I would submit paper copies. So some of you have seen the assignments folder and some of you haven't. But let me show it to you. It's up here in the top over here. So mine looks a little different than yours. But what you're going to do is you're going to submit over here. So I'm going to go ahead and change my screen to view as student. I'm going to go into the assignments portion. Okay. And you're going to go in and you're going to go to the 1920 scrapbook questions, for example, that we were supposed to submit. Add a file, record audio, or record video. And that would be a place where you can even do video if you wanted to. Then you're going to click on submit, and then I'll get a copy of that. Sometimes what happens is that you have to write a message in this area over here in order to submit the assignment. Or vice versa, if you're putting in a link, sometimes it requires you to submit a file. If that happens, what you're going to do is you're going to just pick any random picture and submit the file that way. So submit random picture if you are required to attach a file. Sometimes that happens because sometimes we're posting a Google Doc link in this area in the comment section. So you can go ahead and try to attach a file. You can see here that you can do so from your computer or from your Google Drive. So whatever works more conveniently for you. Please feel free to go ahead and ask me any questions. In the announcements portion of things, I'm going to go back to being a teacher. In the announcement portions of this page, I've put in a announcement for you along with my email. So if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email me. If you wanted to have a live conversation with me, we can schedule a time together, and then I'll be able to give you a call with the number that you provide. So welcome back to school. Hope you're excited, and we'll try to make this as smooth and as easy as possible for you. Take care. Bye.